Hey, how's everybody doing today? Um, I want to introduce y'all to somebody. Y'all see this black guy in the video holding up the Trump sign? This brother name is Michael Simonet, also known as Michael the Black Man. Got an organization called Boss. I I used to be in his organization until that man tried to have me killed. He tried to have his nephew blow my brains out. This is one of the most wickedest men you ever want to come across and don't want to get on his bad side. This is one of Yahweh ben Yahweh right hand men. I used to work for this brother at the boss office in Miami. And he came out personally and told me that he was one of the guys that Yahweh ben Yahweh was sent out to cut their heads off of people and drop their bodies off into the Everglades. When Yahweh ben Yahweh was trying to take over apartment buildings, they would, and you didn't move out of the building that Yahweh ben Yahweh wanted, you would see this brother pop up at your door. One of Yahweh ben Yahweh right hand man. And he told me this himself. I don't know if that was to strike fear in my heart, but it didn't. So he tried to have me killed. He failed miserably. As you can see, I'm still here. His nephew is Smurf. I can't call him by his first and last name, but if you look it up, he is the one that killed P-Man Sam on, I think it was State Road 9 or on I-75. One of the two. Look it up. His son, CJ, and Dollar was also involved in my attempt at assassination, but they both failed. Now both CJ, his son, and Dollar is dead. They're in the ground for messing with a child of God. You understand? So this dude that's endorsing or Trump that's sitting in his front row right here holding up this sign is a straight up murdering bastard. One of the wickedest men you ever want to come across. And I've sat in his office and watched. Trust me, the FBI's watching this guy. He got all kind of police officers in his organization that gives him the heads up when he's being watched. He owned a bunch of houses and stuff, and he gets them by getting people to move in abandoned houses and settle in them, and then he'll go down to and have you sign off on a house, and then we'll go down to the courthouse and get custody of the house. I don't know what the law is per se that you use when you've been in an abandoned house for so long. You go down there, you prove that you have fixed up the house, lights and water and stuff, got it all in your name, and they will actually give you the house and let you pay off the taxes. That's how he gets most of his property from all over Star Island. He has houses all over Miami, and they abandoned houses that he put squatters in, and that's how he's able to do it. His whole establishment is crooked. Everything about this man is wicked. There's nothing righteous about him, and he is a murderer. So anyway, I want to get into this video, and let's see what he got going on right now. And by the way, my family and everybody all know who this guy is. They was there when I had my own radio station. He got a Caribbean channel, and I used to sell a commercial slots for this dude until he tried to have me killed. Thought I set them up to get robbed because he was protesting against Obama. See, he's all Republican. It's not just he's voting for Trump. He's a Republican. So he's going to vote Republican despite who's running for office. They don't care about the politics. You understand what I'm saying? And he does this for popularity, and he's really doing this to promote his channel and what he got going on. But he is a murderer, and yes, he did along with Yahweh ben Yahweh, murder people and behead them and drop their bodies off in the Everglades. This guy right here who openly admitted that to me. Let's listen.
At an explosive rally in Arizona yesterday. He goes by the name Michael the Black Man.
And he wants everyone to know, as his sign says, there are blacks for Trump. Local 10 News reporter Terrell Forney caught up with him and joins us live with the story tonight. Terrell.
Well, we could not find a registered organization by that name. Nonetheless, the man at the center of this story is an eager supporter of the president who traveled 2,000 miles away for that rally in Phoenix, where he says he only got that prime seat because he got there early.
I will not mention any names.
The fiery presidential rally in Phoenix just last night was met with applause by the crowd. But the sign-holding man right behind, who got the nod from the president, had the country whispering. He's a supporter from South Florida who calls himself Michael the Black Man.
He said, "You gonna sit by yourself?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, okay." And they,
I mean, he's supposed to be a minister. He's a Hebrew Israelite like myself. Actually, when I first started to learn about the Hebrew Israelite nation and who we are as a people, I've learned it from this man. I was first under his teachings and under his ministry until I found out that he was wicked. Do you know one of his teaching was that he was teaching us that we should go out and kill homosexuals, that homosexuals don't deserve to live under his ministry. If you ever listen to his ministry, he do preach the murdering of homosexuals. He do teach that he does teach violence, so to speak. You know what I mean? And he tells you to go out and kill homosexuals. He tells you to commit murder. You know, he talks about a war that's coming. Now, he may say all men, black and white, must unite, but if you sit in his private meetings, he talks about killing homosexuals. He talking about killing his enemies. And I mean, he really believed that. If you go back to the times of Yahweh ben Yahweh followers, that's what they was doing. If you was a homosexual, they came and they killed you and they slaughtered you. This man teaches that.
nobody said nothing. They don't say anything, but they're so glad that somebody black is gonna come up there. I don't know if they're really glad, but whatever it is, they don't say nothing.
Maurice Simonet is his real name, and he's been a constant sight at Trump events, usually holding a Blacks for Trump sign that pushes people to a website filled with the wild rant of all sorts of conspiracy theories mired in religion. According to state records, the 58-year-old runs Boss Group Ministries based in North...
Boss Group, BOSS. Look it up, Boss Media. Y'all may even see me in some of the older pictures. I don't see... All of these guys that's in this picture right now are new faces. I think this is his son right here with the hat on backwards. I don't see any of the old crew that I used to roll with, like Doughboy, Council. I know Council's no longer with him. His son CJ is dead. But yeah, this is who this guy is. And he's a big voice in Miami. He's all over the radio down there. But this guy is totally wicked. If you stay around this guy long enough, you're bound to get killed if you cross him. You're bound to be slaughtered, shot in your home or in your yard, or a drive-by shooter at your house. This guy right here, who's endorsing Trump, holding up his signs, he really just promoting his business, but he needs the controversy. So that's why he sits up front and he throws jet ski parties every Sunday. I don't know if he's still holding the parties. I haven't been around him in a while, but he holds jet ski parties every Sunday where you could come and get free food and ride the jet skis. He got about 12 to 15 different baby mothers who are younger women, maybe in the 20s, early 20s and early 30s. He date them young and he don't use condoms. He has a tons of babies. This dude right here is totally the wicked. Hey, Mr. Simonet, you know who I am. That's right. This is Prince, I'm exposing you, you demonic bastard. From the pits of hell, you're a demon. You need to stop coloring your hair, putting dye in your hair like a little sissy. You're girlified. Y'all be careful and watch this man right here. And keep your daughters away from him too.
Northwest Miami-Dade, a group that made news last year when a man was shot and killed at a home it owns in Plantation after a house party got out of hand. Simonette was even affiliated with cult leader Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. The 4 acres that the house in Plantation, that probably was the same house he gave me, if that's the one by the golf course off Broward Boulevard, right off of 441. It may be, if that's the one on 4 acres of land, that may be the one that I signed over that's probably still in my name today. But I left the house after they tried to have me murdered. And didn't I just tell y'all this dude was affiliated with Yahweh Ben Yahweh? Didn't I just tell y'all that? He ain't just affiliated, he was Yahweh Ben Yahweh right-hand man. His father was the character of Harlem Nights that Richard Pryor played. That's who his daddy is. That's where he gets his money from. He do got some money. He got it from scheming. He got it from putting folks in abandoned houses as squatters. He got it from he got everything that he got. He scammed to get it. It's all scam. But they're right about something. He was in prison with Yahweh Ben Yahweh. They used to comb Yahweh Ben Yahweh hair. They still got patches of his hair. Yahweh Ben Yahweh used to treat them like servants. But this dude right here was his right-hand man. Right-hand man.
8 years ago, arrested, accused, and acquitted of a string of charges, including conspiracy to murder.
Does Mr. Trump know about your association years ago with Yahweh Ben Yahweh?
I really don't know if he knows. I haven't asked him. But, Moses was accused of murder, but he was still the Messiah.
Simonette's presence.
When was Moses the Messiah? Moses was never the Messiah. Where does he get that crap from? But like I tell you before, he looked surprised. I don't think he know that they knew that. But if you go back and do this man's history, he was in prison for conspiracy of murder. He managed to beat the charges or either rat Yahweh Ben Yahweh out because he might be a snitch. He might have snitched because Yahweh Ben Yahweh never got out of prison. In fact, we believe he died in prison. But him and the other Hebrew brothers was acquitted. But they got the head man. They got Yahweh Ben Yahweh. But they should have kept this demonic bastard, because like I told you before, he have openly told me out of his mouth that he used to cut people's heads off and drop their bodies off in the Everglades. He told me about how they used to clear out the apartment buildings for Yahweh Ben Yahweh to take over by any means necessary. I was one of his right-hand men. I ran his whole sales department. I had my own radio show under him. I dealt with all his Caribbean events, when it came down to the Caribbean Carnival, when it came down to booking commercial slots for his radio and TV show. I ran all of that. And that house in Plantation, I'm not sure if that's the same house, but that's where he had me living at. It looks very familiar. 4 acres of land.
And repeated prime placement behind the president begs the question if he's getting paid for his cross-country exposure.
Me, I raise my own money. I don't need you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he do from what I know raise his own money. I don't quite know the background. He might be getting some money for the president, but for what I know, he do he do make his own money. I can agree with that. He got a lot of other stuff going on, and he keeps a lot of stuff going on. So I can't tell you exactly how he's getting his money, but he keeps a lot of young brothers around him that participate in a lot of illegal activity, and that's how I believe he makes his money. But because his ministry and stuff, he can't be making it off of that. And he parties a lot. They go to a lot of parties. And he deal with a lot of celebrities. I met Dexter Tucker, Chris Tucker, brother at his party. I think he gets a lot of endorsement from black celebrities and celebrities of the sort. Because if you ever go to his office, he have like pictures of Herman Hamsley. I know for sure Chris Tucker. They go to hang out with Chris Tucker. I've seen everywhere from Young Scrappy. Lil Scrappy could tell you who he is. Benzino and them know who they is. These celebrities, a lot of celebrities know exactly who this man is. Whenever they come in town, they attend his parties. You know what I'm saying? And they also stay in his houses and they go to his mansion parties. And that's how I met a lot of celebrities, through this brother right here. So he is well connected, and he probably do make, and I believe he do make his own money. That much is true. But I do know that he is a wicked, murdering, deceiving bastard, and he teach murder and he teach hatred. He does. I've said in the private meetings, I sat amongst the head men in the meetings. I don't see a lot of them guys now. They probably either dead or in jail, or they parted and went their separate ways. But I've seen it. I was there. I've heard it with my own ears. I saw a lot of stuff with my own eyes. This man is demonic and wicked. Straight up and down. So listen, thank you for tuning in to Biblical Truth with your star, Prince Binyan. Hoping that you enjoyed the video. Look into what I said. If you have a comment, leave it in the comment box. And please, please subscribe to the channel. I thank you. Y'all bless.